Welcome back to the Cloth Diaper Podcast. Today we are talking about cloth diaper wash routines, and we're going to go through the process of what I do. And this is my experience with cloth diaper wash routine. This is my experience. My experience might be different than yours, but maybe by watching me go through the motions, I can help you learn what motions you need to go through to get your cloth diaper wash routine. In general, I believe in simplicity when it comes to cloth diapering. I believe that less is more, and I believe that if you know how to wash clothes, you can wash cloth diapers. My go-to reference for cloth diaper wash routine advice, if you need something specific, is to reach out to your cloth diaper retailer or brand directly. They often have great resources, and despite what the web says, they have advanced. Most cloth diaper retailers and brands have now entered 2019 with new and improved cloth diaper wash advice that can get you started on the right foot. If you're looking for blogger sources, I would recommend Modern Bottom Babies. Caitlin has some great, simple, straightforward advice, as well as Jennifer at All About Cloth Diapers. I have a little bit, but mostly I'm just a little bit ranty because I just think that a lot of the cloth diaper advice out there is very overwhelming and specific. So yeah. So we're gonna throw it back to last night when I started this, because I did cloth diapering overnight. Typically I actually do it first thing in the morning. I put it in, then I go to preschool drop off, then I come home, I start the second load, then I throw it in the dryer, I go get the kids from preschool, pick it up, and usually my diapers are done. Usually it takes about, so if I start at 8, I'm usually done my cloth diapers by about 1-ish. So it does take a long time. Mostly that's drying time, and drying time is going to look different depending on whether or not you want to use a dryer or not. Okay, let's go. See you in the next scene. Today we're going to talk routine. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe so that you can get weekly, daily videos about cloth diapering in your YouTube feed, and stay posted. We're going to walk you through the process. First step to doing your cloth diaper laundry is to make sure there's nothing in your washing machine. So if you just did a load of laundry, you might want to remove that. Like me, I'm going to do that right now. Now your first wash should be something simple. Usually you pick the shortest cycle on your machine, and it's just to give it a good wash, agitation, to get out all that pee and poop. So that's what we're going to do first. So I'm just going to dump my cloth diapers into the washing machine. I have a top loader without an agitator. I really love it. Sometimes random buckets get used to hold diapers because life is messy. But sometimes I also remember to keep them in my handy dandy wet bags. So this is a Nuggles wet bag, and I do really love it. I used to really like the Funky Fluff, and this one has really great replacement now that Funky Fluff is out of business. So we're just dumping all of my gross, yucky diapers in there. I would highly recommend that you don't put your wet bag in with your diaper laundry. I know it's really tempting, but wet bags have zippers on them, and I have had not good experience with zippers and diapers. Don't do it. So I use Tide. I've said this before, I'm not proud of the fact that I use Tide. I find it to be not the best choice environmentally, but I'm overwhelmed with what to do next. So all I'm going to do is add line 1 of Tide to my machine. My machine is about half full. I do prefer to have it a little fuller, but that's what we got today. So I've got a little bit of Tide. We're going to close it up. So what I'm going to do is, for me, I'm going to choose the simplest cycle. And this is one of my shortest cycles. I guess Speed Wash is my shortest cycle. I've never tried Speed Wash. I just normally do normal. So I just do one simple wash to get them clean, and I hit the Water Plus button. So my pre-wash cycle is done, and I just did one of the short, simple routines. It's about an hour, and then my main wash here is about an hour 20, so it's 2.5 hours total. I don't think that's too bad. I probably could get away with the quick wash. I've just never tried it. So I really want you to know that you can do a short, quick routine that gets the diapers agitated and going, and then choose a nice long hot routine. And I know there's a lot of buttons on here and it can be overwhelming to choose one, but just start somewhere. Truth be told, I never fluff my diapers, but I do get the best experience and the best clean when I take a minute to do it. So fluffing means going like this. Okay, so we've got the inside of our drum and we just pull off the diapers from the edge. This is common recommendation. I never ever fluffed, but then I was starting to have a little bit of a stink problem and I started doing it and it really did make a difference. So now that I've fluffed my diapers, I add a full scoop of detergent as per my box. I really believe recommending the follow the package directions. So for me that means, so I have an HE machine. It's not full, but I'm doing a large load, so usually I just follow the instructions on the box, so a large load. Add anything fancy to my machine settings, so we're going to turn this bad boy on. And then for this main wash, I usually choose bright whites because it's a hot wash with a medium spin. Anything higher than a medium, I was beginning to have troubles with my elastics and my PUL, and we've turned down the spin just to medium. That's probably overly complicated. It's a heavy soil, so to me that makes the most sense on my machine. And so this is a load sensing machine. It's gonna just fill out the water just fine. I've never had problems with that. It's gonna wash it, rinse it, and spin. And you know what? A lot of times they say no extra rinse, but you need to have at least one rinse with every wash, because you're washing your diapers and then you spin it. Nah, you need to get some water in there to clear it all out. So let's push the start button on this bad boy. Remember when yesterday I said I would come back here and finish up my laundry? Well, I kind of forgot. So it's now like noon and this laundry finished around midnight last night. Don't worry, it's gonna be okay. So I don't smell any odors coming from my laundry, so I usually mean it's safe to go. But feel free to smell your laundry. If it doesn't smell musty or yucky, then just toss it in the dryer. So I throw all of my cloth diapers in the dryer except for covers. So I don't put wet bags in the dryer if they happen to have snuck in. And I also don't put pockets or covers, only because I have had problems with my dryer scratching up my diapers, and it has nothing to do with anything else. We put pants and we put underwear in the dryer. They all have elastics and we still wear underwear and pants just fine. So I'm gonna actually take the clothes that are in the dryer, put them in a bin, then we're gonna put this clothes in here, and I hang my covers and pockets to dry on one of these handy dandy things from IKEA, but you can also find them at any hardware store. Or if you wanted, you guys, this is real life, everything is like covered in laundry. Or I have one of these like folding up and down IKEA racks, and sometimes I hang stuff to dry. If you don't have to put your laundry in the dryer at all, you can hang it all to dry. Pre-folds, when you're prepping them, they really do need to go in the dryer. But everything could be hung to dry, and hanging to dry is a great way to save energy costs. Your dryer tends to be the energy hog in this situation when it comes to all those details. I've had my octopus for a very long time, and I do find that some of my snaps are starting to break after 2 years of regular use. Oh well. Okay, can we talk about drying? I know a lot of people out there get really stressed out about the dryer and get really stressed out about how you hang diapers. And some people out there really do believe if you hang diapers one way or the other that it's going to cause overall wear and tear. In my experience cloth diapering, and amongst people that I know, I find that the most wear and tear comes out of this whole washing process is that when I had a top loader with an agitator, I would lose diapers. Like the elastics in my diapers wore out so much quicker than they do now, and I have a top loader without an agitator. I don't find that the dryer impacts my diapers' overall lifespan. I find that the dryer is not that evil, and I really do like using it. I know that it's generally recommended to dry on low heat. To be honest, because I'm hang drying my covers, most of my covers, there's only sometimes like there's a couple all-in-ones in here. I don't really have a low heat function on this dryer, so I just use medium heat, and so far after 3 years I don't have any problems. My all-in-one elastics I find are still in good condition, and like I'm gonna repeat it, like we can dry underwear and pants in here. It's the same kind of elastic, and I don't generally see that kind of wear and tear. I find that usually it's something inside the machine that causes damage to the diaper. So like if it gets caught up on the heat panel or it gets caught up on something, that's more likely. If you have a machine that you're not comfortable using, for sure hang dry things, but some things like pre-folds really do need to get a chance in the dryer in the prepping process, and the rest of it is just fine in here. You will find that hemp products dry pretty slowly. I just turn it on to medium dry and it's just fine. I've never had any problems with my dryer, but that's just my experience, and this is a reminder that my experience is different than everybody else's experience, and you need to do what works best for you. And I'm not follow your instructions, because I don't want to avoid anybody's warranties, and what you do with your diapers is important to you. Yeah, that's about it. So that's my cloth diaper wash routine. I will let this dry now. These will probably all be about dry by the time my diapers are finished in here. It doesn't really take long, but truthfully I won't get to this till tomorrow because, yeah.